What do you think about that new app that Fargo's coming up with for the individual players?
I've heard descriptions of it, and it sounds great.
Yeah, Mike Page described it for me during the U.S. Opens, and I think there might be a small fee for it. But you, for instance, can bring your information up, and then enter a certain opponent, and it'll give you all the data you've ever had concerning him. So let's say you and Chuck play regularly and for money, or you gamble or whatever, and the last 10 times it'll describe all 10 times you played.
Nice.
It'll show all your scores for all the 10 times you played, and whether what your odds are of winning that match or whichever.
There will be an initial pushback from people if there's any kind of
money, and I realize that.
Yeah.
They don't want to pay $5 for anything.
And another part of it is, it's been asked many times, if CSI is so far behind this, there has to be a reason, and it has to be to make money. So even, you could charge 99 cents for it, and people are going to say, I knew they were going to try to make money.
Well, I'm not sure that CSI has anything to do with that. I think that's all Mike Page is doing. What they're doing is, just think of all the data that gets collected.
Oh, yeah.
And the expense and the man hours put into collecting that data and to feeding it into that spreadsheet. Because that's basically what it is. It's a huge spreadsheet.
Yeah. I was working that spreadsheet for a time.
It's just a lot of info, and the fact that it's going to be for your individual information, all the rest of it's going to stay the same, as far as I know, it's only if you want that information will there be any kind of a fee, I don't want to, imposed or available or whatever you want to call it.
I'm curious how they're going to identify who the owner of the app is, because all they have is a name and a city. So what's going to stop me?
You have a number.
Well, yeah, but that number is just an ID number with
Fargo. Number for you, correct.
Sure, so what's going to stop me from sending an email from georgeteachea@gmail.com that I just created and say, I'm George Teachea? I mean, how do they say, no, you're not? They don't have email addresses for everybody.
Well, I'm sure they'll work that out.
Yeah, I'm just curious what the logistics are going to be behind it.
But Mike was describing that. I actually thought that'd be awesome if as a commentator, I could sit here while doing commentary and get my iPad out, plug that in, and I have these two opponents here, and say, okay, these two guys have matched up for money on these occasions. These are their scores. They're playing this match, a race to 8. Normally, Manny has beat Jesse, 6 times out of 10 or 7 times out of 10, and you can almost make book on it.
And I know that players would complain about it, but honestly, as a member of the media, I think you should have access to that.
You have your own information?
No, I think as a member of the media, I think it would be nice if there was some way to log in as media.
No, and Mike explained why it wouldn't work, because there's a lot of players out there that want that information private. For instance, because it might get out, might get posted, and their work might get a hold of it, and they're not supposed to be playing pool or something like that. Remember, for 34 years I worked for Wrigley, and not until the year 2000 did anybody know I even played pool. I didn't want to know, number one, and I didn't want them looking for me in the pool hall if I decided to take the afternoon off. And I'm sure there's other players that are on the same lines.
Yeah.
Just come and see me at the tournament desk, and we can get you a raffle ticket. We're going to draw this
and for those reasons, they can't allow somebody else to have that information.
All right, he's jumping. Is the 4-5 wired?
Yeah, that was just jumping to make a good hit and try to get safe. The 6-7's tied up anyway, so it's just that you just don't want to foul.
He's calling it.
Must be wired. And he just has to hit the edge. And which he's only jumping a quarter ball. Oh, he hit that too thick.
Yeah. It actually went to the other side of the
Yeah,
pocket.
exactly. Well, this gives Manny an opening, but it's a rather low percentage shot. The shape is natural. He might just play safe to the head rail, middle of the head rail. Kind of like that.
Yeah, if my opponent wants to bank this ball in, I'm going to tell him, there you go.
Fire. I think it's a good cut shot with a lot of right English. Spin 2 rails and get behind the 6-7. You have a shot on the 5 if you make it, and you're probably close to being safe if you don't.
He's calling the bank. Off the 9. I didn't think about it off the 9.
Well, you don't have to call the kiss.
Yeah. It was a good idea. From where he's at, what's his reward if he makes the 5?
If he makes the 5, there is none. He's going to cut it and try to play safe again. He's probably going to cut it thin, go 2 rails to the right-hand corner pocket where his hand is, the other side. Stop the 5 with a 9. Oh no, he's just going across. Okay. That's even easier, but I think he's giving up. Can you see part of it?
Yeah.
If he has an edge, just put it in. Just don't line it up. You just can't line this ball up. Yeah, right now you're not too worried about making this ball.
Again, what's the point in making it?
Well, the point of making this one is if you draw the ball, you can actually bank the 6 into the side pocket, and if it doesn't go, bank the 6 out of there and bring the cue ball 2 rails behind the 8 or 9.
Okay.
Try to play safe. Just maintain control. Now see, from right there, he couldn't do anything. He's actually at a disadvantage. It's advantage Jesse, in my opinion, to be forced to shoot the 6 from here. It's advantage Jesse. What's Manny going to do?
Okay.
He's going to sell out. He doesn't seem to be much of a shot.
All right, next match on table 22 is going to be Kurt Siegels and Jonathan Craig. Table 22 is a 7-3 race.
Mickey must have beat
Kurt
him.
and Jonathan.
Yeah, I'm thinking you almost want to leave him something like this.
Sure.
Where he just has no choice but to make the 5. He's going to try to go 2 rails around and break it open.
Yep. I'm not sure if he can hold it. He's got too thin of a cut.
Can he go 3, or is the 10-9 going to be in the way?
I think the 10-9 are in the way. I'm not sure what he's going to be able to do here.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he tried to hold that, see? And he didn't cut the ball enough.
Yeah.
Had he cut it even more, he's got less chance of hitting those balls.
Hey.
But he got safe.
Yeah. D-backs are back on top.
Who are they playing tonight?
Cincinnati.
Oh, Cincinnati. Yeah. I thought I saw some of that. And they're here.
Are they? I thought they were there.
It looks like, isn't that? I guess they are there. Yeah,
John, your pizza's ready to the barn?
they're there because they're in the third base dugout. So
Good hit. Don't break it open. Uh-oh. Well, the 7 landed in a fortunate spot.
I like playing safe behind the 9-7. Although you'll go for the run out here. You should be able to do something with it.
Manny looked happy about something. With Miguel being a one-pocket player, Manny is a pure one-pocket player, and that's
Miguel.
Miguel Maldonado that was on here for the last one.
Oh,
Well, the one before that, I'm
okay.
sorry.
I missed
But
that.
Manny is all about one pocket, and he plays on this table all the time.
Ah, gotcha.
Was this the table that he and Joey played on at the end of Saguaro Cup, or was it that one?
I think it was that one over there on the left. No, it was this one.
Okay.
It was this one. So it was a big advantage for Manny because he plays on this table all the time.
Yeah.
Fair, your pizza is ready to the bar, Fair.
When you come back.
Just like the U.S. Open, that U.S. Open in Griff's was a big advantage for Mitch because all the stream table,
Nancy, your
Mitch
order's ready
plays on
for
that
you.
table a lot.
Nancy.
Yeah.
And to tell you the truth, that table had a lot of the players sharked. There were quite a few of the players sharked.
Kaylee, your food is ready at the front bar. Kaylee?
Chicken quesadilla. You know what comes in there?
It's cheese, chicken, and salsa.
Okay, that's right. Actually, some sour cream would be good.
Do you want full sour cream and
No, the
just
sour
sour
cream.
cream?
And then can you refill this and start on?
Yeah. Do you want to have it or?
It's under Mike and Chuck.
What is it last? What is it?
It's under Mike and Chuck.
Okay, I can check it.
You don't get green chilies on that? Do they have them? Oh, you don't like that spicy?
Yeah, no. I like spicy food, but not.
Because green chilies isn't spicy, really. It just gives a flavor for some people.
I'm a real basic guy when it comes to quesadillas.
All right, next match.
I like
Brian
green
Hall
chili.
and Chris Newley.
Or jalapeno, but I like a little spice. I like a little bite.
Sixth grade.
The salsa does a good job. It helps. So you just go right by this and shoot it in the corner. Lead ball's next. 2-rail shape for the 9.
So I was worried about it. He had like half a pocket.
Kurt Siegel is at table 22. Kurt, table 22.
I thought he had the whole pocket.
Did he? Okay.
I thought so.
Well, you can't see it really from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you can't tell.
Yeah. I think had the 8 not been there, well, no, because even if he had 3/4 of the pocket, I don't think he would have hit the 8 if he'd have been making the 7.
I'll watch it now.
He was going to hit the red.
And he got him.
Good shot.
He's got a 1-rail kick at it, but he's going to kick it to open space, so he's going to have to get a good roll after contact. So with Moscone Cup, will you be attending any of those events or going to them?
No.
You don't go overseas for that stuff, huh?
No. Well, I don't think they have another boot camp other than Russia.
I don't know. What do you think of Shane being back on the team? Maybe I shouldn't ask that question because it kind of puts you on the spot, really.
Anybody but Shane, I don't think they do it.
Well, I totally agree with having him on the team. Totally agree. But you're right. How do you leave the best player in the world off your Moscone team?
Well, but on the other hand, when I talked to Luke about it, he said, how do you tell 14 guys you got to be there for these boot camps?
And this guy doesn't?
Yeah. And I realized he was there for the second one. But I don't know that off. You know, and if that's the case, then what do you do about Justin Bergman, who wasn't at the one in Vegas?
Tell
So?
him, hey, buddy, you're not Shane.
Yeah, well, I guess that's what they told him
Pretty
because
much.
he was off the team.
And, you know, it's kind of hard to talk about that on air because they can go back and replay it, or it gets back to people, and some people are sensitive of what's said and of others' opinions and things like that. But I kind of like the idea that they set up the way it was set up with 14 people selected, and you had to kind of make the cut.
Yeah.
And of course, Shane had prior commitments and other things in mind, so he kind of backed out at first. But then, after further consideration, just said, "Okay, I'd like to be back on." And I totally agree with them letting him back on. Is it fair? Is it not?
17, Brad Johnson.
It's for the good of the game. What do you think?
Yeah. We had a player who was in the 14 who did not make the final 8 and expressed his displeasure on Facebook. I did an interview with Mitch yesterday for American Billiard Radio, and I commented afterwards, if he doesn't make the team, you won't see him on Facebook expressing his displeasure. Mitch is just not the kind of guy that would do that.
Right. More than likely, you'll probably be thanking the team for the boot camps, for the drills that they've done, for the experience, and knowing what to do for future events, especially at his age.
Yeah. I mean, if he stays as serious about the game as he is right now,
Sure.
the sky's the limit.
I mean, I think he had a fantastic 10-ball outing. He played for the hot seat of the U.S. Open.
Yeah.
10-ball U.S. Open, I mean,
I'd love to see him play Turning Stone, which is in 2 weeks. I watched Scott play it once. I watched Chuck Evans play it once. It's a great tournament.
and now see, like one of my questions is, every time I see any post on AZ Billiards or anything like this, if the name Mike DeShane comes up, people don't want him on the team. But again, here he's what the highest, second highest Fargo rated player in the U.S. And with minor adjustments or maybe he, who knows? I don't know what to say about it. It's just he should be a consideration if he wants part of it, or if the team gels, or whatever reasons they are to keep him off.
Well, and that's the reason why I don't think he's a part of it. And honestly, I think the way they did it last year, where it was going to be like 5 of the top 10 or something like that, it wasn't just on points,
Right.
I think was all about Mike. I think the idea was, even if he's number 1 on the points list, we don't want him. And, as far as that goes, there was talk that one of the veterans of the game, who everyone feels should be on the team, at one of his last ones, the team played poorly on the first day, and he was in the practice room berating the players on his own team. How could you play that bad? How could you miss that ball? And no matter who you are, you can't do that in a team environment.
I agree. But then again, that has to do with tact and how you get your point across. I don't think that player. If I was in that situation, I can't see me doing it in a negative manner. I could see doing it in a constructive manner. But it's hard to do and tell these players because egos are so fragile.
Yeah, there's
They're
a big
just so
difference
fragile.
between we've got to play better and you've got to play better.
Exactly.
And
But even if it's we got to play, but we have to play better, you still take it as you've got to play better.
yeah,
So that's what I'm saying. It's just sometimes maybe the truth is just the truth, and fine. If you're going to be negative to somebody, do it with a positive.
right.
Give out the negative, and then give them two positives, or give them two positives and then give the negative. But
Yeah.
do it in a tactful, constructive manner.
And like you say, that's hard to do.
It is hard to do. It's very hard to do.
You know, this is the one event a year where they're not playing for themselves.
Right. Or the results. So they're playing for themselves when they're playing singles, and they're playing for themselves when they're. I think of Scotch doubles as playing for yourself. You got to get up there and you got to leave your partner in good shape.
Yeah, but you know, I've seen two pros who have a history play together on Moscone Cup, and you know, one of the guys is over there saying, "You got this, you know this is you." And you know, a month ago they wanted to strangle each other.
Sure. Sure.
Being able to do that is a big part.
I agree. I totally agree. I totally get that. Totally. But I've heard some of the reasons for some people not being on the team or whatever, and you know. So are they banned forever, or at what time do you reconsider?
That's a good question. When have they done their penance?
Yeah, or if a player comes back and expresses a willingness to, I don't want to say change, but a willingness to be more positive, or hey, look, I know that maybe in the past I've done this, and maybe in the future I can do this, and that, but I'd really like to play. At that point, do you reconsider?
Well, if you want to ask that question, is that what happened with Shane? He said, "Look, I don't want to play with your reindeer games," and then said, "Look, guys, I'm sorry, I do."
Yeah,
You
that
know,
could
there
be.
was a misunderstanding.
I don't know what the reasons were, but he's back on. Let's see. Here's a nice kick shot that Manny has. Oh, unless he can hit the bottom side of it and try to get behind the 10.
Where is he going?
Oh,
with this?
he's going to 3-rail kick it.
You called it in the side.
Called it in the side. Right. He's a 3-cushion player, so this is a fairly good shot for him. He should hit it. Yep.
Within a diamond to making that's a pretty good shot.
Yeah. Yeah, those short 3-railers, especially for experienced 3-cushion players, they're a high percentage shot. They're going to hit that.
That looks like a standard bank plan golf.
Comes up a lot.
I can remember when I first was playing around with that game, people would shoot that shot, and I thought, damn, they make that look easy. Well, after you shoot it a few times, it is.
It's another Spanish song. Karaoke.
That's the thing about Mike, with his room. He's got enough room for everything.
This Manny kick's pretty good. That's actually a good one-pocket kick. You hit the other side of the 3 and bank it to your pocket across the table.
Yeah.
See, he's got a nice shot to bring the cue ball in behind the 10 here. Low left, come 3 rails behind the 10. Or just come straight across like this, but that's speed. The other is angle, so.
Yeah, it was tougher at that.
Yep, it's tougher
Coming
that
straight
one.
across.
It's much tougher that one. And you have a bigger landing area the other way.
Right.
He can just bank this 3 ball, 3 rails behind all those balls. Or you can just go for it.
Surprised he did that.
So is he now. He's playing the 10 ball here. This is a tight shot.
Yeah, it is.
By tight, I mean possibility of hitting the 9 ball first.
Yeah, and paying so much attention to not hitting it. Look at how badly he missed it.
Yeah, but it worked out. He stopped the cue ball behind the 9. Now he's 3 railing kicking this again. I don't think I think he's going to 2 rail right into the 5 and push it down past into the 4 and push it down past the 5. Oh, look at this. He almost made it.
I wouldn't leave him that shot again.
Carambolero. Hello. Playing the 10 ball here? Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I think you have to. Where else are you going to make a 5?
Cut the 5 inside. It's not that hard.
I don't like that shot. Of course, I don't have as high a Fargo as he does either. Is he straight banking this, or is he cutting it? Or playing safe?
He's got a good 2-way shot here. Never mind, it sells out no matter. If he misses it, it sells out. I was thinking you could cut it down the rail and get down by the 6 ball with the cue ball. Play position on that and probably get safe if he misses. But I don't think so.
He's trying it.
Yeah, he did. Because it wasn't.
You had to hit that with real good speed.
He did. He hit it perfect. Well, I can see now, if I ever play Manny, if I freeze him up against the ball, it's going to be up against the ball.
Yeah.
You can't give him those rails.
That didn't wire up, did it?
No. He's banking the 5 anyway. He double kissed it.
Wow.
He missed that quite a bit. To double kiss it.
Well, there's an out here now.
I'm not sure if he can get the cue ball down for the 6.
Just come back across the table and take the...
Yeah, I can't see on what side of the... I think it's too straight. Just like you said, come down table.
Well, I was thinking if he was too bad, he could just come straight across and settle for it.
And that's exactly what he did. Go 2 rails for shape. He's going to play it on the side.
He's going to have to.
Coming straight across for the 9. Got perfect.
Oh no.
He's actually done pretty good. He might have missed the ball, but he missed it well. If you cut it down the rail, you commit to the shot, you're going to have position. If you bank it to the bottom rail, to the middle there, those are your choices. I don't think you can bank across side. It's got to be banked to the corner, cut down the rail, or bank to the middle of the rail, middle of the bottom rail, head rail. That worked out.
Yeah, got a lot better than I thought he would, hitting
Yep,
it that hard.
that worked out. I'd hate to watch him make this ball and have it come roll up on the 10 ball right on top of it and not have a shot.
Seems like a do or die shot.
Well, if he overcuts it, he doesn't leave a shot. If he undercuts it, he leaves a shot. It's perfect with the cue ball, though, but he hit so much ball that he wouldn't be there if he had made it. Played the same shot.
Yeah, I think so.
I actually like the other pocket.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because it takes that pocket out of play. And it gives you shape. Well, both of them gave you shape on the 10. This is a tough shot. Mucho tough shot.
I don't like banking it because you've got nothing on the 10. And it's awfully easy to sell out if you try to cut it.
I agree. This is definitely not where you want to leave this ball. Because if it comes off, he has a shot and shape. This way he'll cut the left side of it and go 2 rails down where he's at again. Only thing you do here is hit it too thick or miss the entire ball. He banked it all the way down. That's going to sell out.
That's supposed to be a sellout.
That's still 7 feet away. Shim table. Manny should make this. You expect him to, but I wouldn't be surprised if he missed it. I don't think he will, but it wouldn't surprise me.
Hit it good.
Position was natural, just make the ball. This is game number 2.
Seems like with all that work, you'd
30
like to
plus
have more
minutes.
than a 2-0 lead.
Well, if that's any indication, this match might be over at midnight.
Might be our last match of the night.
Definitely be mine. I'll head home.
And our bullpen has imploded.
Uh-oh. 2 outs. They're down by 2.
We had a 3-2 lead going into
Oh wow.
this inning, and Bradley gave up 2. Well, Manny miscued and got behind the rack.
What happened now? Oh, it was a foul.
There, right there.
Ah.
So Jesse's going to take his option and re-rack.
Do you play Adam?
Our bar box, I play him all day. Not on a big table. And I'd never play that silly game with just playing into one pocket.
It's not a silly game. I kind of like that game.
What is he waiting on?
I guess Manny to come back.
Okay.
It's his break. He's free to break him, right?
Yeah. I thought maybe he was pondering his existence there or something. And I wouldn't put that past Jesse.
Free ball? No. Nope.
Does the 1 clear the 7?
If it does, he's got a runnable table. Because everything opens up, and I mean they're all grouped really nice in the middle of the table, kind of,
They
or in
are.
front of a pocket. I guess it didn't clear, so he played safe. Well, Manny has shot number 2.
And it definitely goes inside now. I think would have liked to have. I don't think he shot that 1 with that 2 in mind.
Probably would have liked to come up a lot higher for that, played it in the side and followed the ball for followed the 2 for position on the 3. His position's a little bit tough on this 3 ball from here.
Yeah, if you make the 2, where are you?
Well, we're going to find out. He's going around the table.
No, he went that way. I thought he was going the other way. Safety allowed.
This shouldn't be safe. Jesse should be able to kick this in. Just 1 rail kick.
Which way?
A long rail. And with decent speed, he could get shape.
Nope.
Missed the whole ball.
Wow.
Now you probably put the cue ball against the rail here, the head rail. Well, that's the bottom wheel, isn't it? Is he thinking about playing safe? He's not looking at running out. He's looking at 3 fouling. Not anymore.
He may still be.
This is a stop shot for shape on the 4 on the side. Missed the ball. So Manny's a head scratcher. When he misses, he scratches his head. Some guys are table slappers.
You know, we talked the other day before, like a couple days ago we were in here, and Chuck made a comment that he wasn't sure he wanted to play players on this table because of it being shimmed. And Adam plays one pocket on it all the time, and he said, "Oh no, it's not that hard anymore. You know, the pockets will take just about everything."
Adam said that, or okay.
I might want to question that.
Well, for one pocket, the shim tables make sense because when you bank balls at your pocket, for instance, you know, it makes sense to hang them up. You want to hang them up in your pocket. In rotation, hanging up balls will cost you the game. But that's what shim pockets are designed to do. Either you hit them straight and perfect, and you proceed to shoot, or
Eric, and back,
hang it up,
who's ready to bar?
and your opponent takes care of it. So basically, it's he who hangs most balls loses. Is that how you want to play pool?
Not on the stream.
But not anywhere. You don't want to gamble that way because you're gambling. Shim tables, you know, these tables that are 4-inch pockets, 4 1/8, they're specialty tables, and they should be used for specialty games.
What do they refer to that as? A gaff table?
No. I actually made the mistake one time of I did commentary with Scott here one time, and I don't know who it was, if it was him that said that first or if I said that, but we called the tables gaff. You know, and to me, it's not that you're not able to play rotation pool on them because the pockets are cut so poorly, which isn't Mike's fault at all, but it's his table mechanic's fault, you know? So you credit Mike for trying to keep great equipment and pleasing his players, but you discredit the table mechanic for cutting the pockets wrong. Now that wasn't said, that wasn't mentioned. All Mike heard on the stream was that the commentator called my tables gaffy. He wasn't happy.
I'll bet.
And I don't know if it was me that said it or Scott that said it, but I do remember that incident. It's probably been 6 years, 5 or 6 years since that happened, and I still feel bad about that I was in the booth. So and I don't know if I said it or not. That's the whole thing. But this isn't a gaffy table. It's not gaffy at all. I mean, it plays great. It plays extremely tight, but it's a specialty table. It's cut. Those pockets are cut for the reason of having tight pockets for one pocket, not so much having tight pockets for rotation. But it makes it harder for non-pro players to play rotation football. Now, some of the pros don't mind it. Some do.
We might play pool. That's how we go.
Jesse just got out here.
Yeah, when Jesse gets into a groove, he can make
This is 2-1.
Yeah. And at least the third rack didn't take near as long.
And a good example is, look, here's two, these are 8-rated, 9-rated players?
Yeah, they're
They're 625?
580, 600, right in that range.
And they're shooting 3 to 4, maybe even 5 times a rack.
Yeah.
I mean, that usually gets you beat.
It's supposed to.
But not on this table. Because it's a specialty table. I think the table plays great for one
Are
pocket.
you guys a radio station? Or are you guys just broadcasting the tournament? Okay. Is it a social media thing? Is it on any like social media websites?
It's on
Facebook?
Ustream.
Ustream. Okay. Have you guys ever tried like opening YouTube, Twitter, other avenues of?
We were on Facebook, but we have a problem with the overhead music. Facebook throws us off because it recognizes the music.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay. No, this is kind of my avenue of work as well.
Oh, okay.
It's probably to school for, so that's cool. What program are you guys running for the streaming?
Wirecast?
You just have it found in the one table or the multiple tables? Is this the championship table?
Yeah, this is the table where the marquee matches are. So we got 2 cameras.
Okay, yeah. That's awesome. That's cool. That's very cool. Heck yeah. You got this power, the screen behind it. That's awesome.
Keeps the voices.
I do audio
traveling.
engineering for.
Okay.
So I went to school for that. Okay, awesome. Thank you. I'll be over there.
I'm a techie. You got a job?
It works too. The makings of a good match here for the TV table after this. Trace is winning his match over there. If he wins, he'll play Eric Young.
See, it's a good kick shot.
Yeah, but he's missed 2 kick shots already.
Well, that's one thing I've noticed he does. He has a tendency of doing. Did you tell him he's on 2?
I don't know if he did or not. He's going to his jump cue. Well, I don't like that jump shot.
I don't either. I like the kick a lot better. Annie, did you tell him he's on 2?
looks like he's got to clear a ball and a half here. Does the 3 come into the jump shot?
He might. He hit it.
Okay.
He's not giving that back. But now you see, had he put the cue ball on the where he did and come to the side rail on the right and then come behind these balls, he wouldn't have left that shot. .310?
I think so. Yeah, he looked at it earlier.
Yeah, I saw him look at it. That's why I wondered if he was going to shoot that. And it's a two-way shot. He'll hold the cue ball behind the 6-8.
Are you drawing to the long rail on this shot?
Yes. No, to the short rail.
You're drawing to the short rail?
Yeah, just like this. See? See your cue ball?
Okay, but I was thinking drawing to this rail and then down. Yeah.
Oh, there's a difference.
Because in my...
I got you. The long rail is this one. I said it ass backwards. Bass backwards.
At my level of play, it's easy to look at that shot and think you just hit the 3 and run straight down. But you're right, drawing it brings you in at an angle.
Brings you in at an angle, and it kills the ball.
Yeah.
The second rail always helps you control your speed and your angle. Just like lagging. You know, if you could lag 2 rails, you'd probably be a lot better off, you know, getting against that back rail.
You could try that. So I say, well, I'll go 2 rails, you go 1.
Or like when you just shoot straight down and try to shoot right at a spot with a cue ball and try to stop it on exactly like on a dime or something. That's hard to do. The more rails, the closer you'll be to hitting it or laying it on there. It's just more control. If you know your rails.
Yeah. Well, you should. I think as an average player, and neither one of these guys are average players, but I think an average player gets left on the rail so many times because they just subconsciously have the rail as a target in their mind. I'm going to shoot this ball and I want to be... I don't even think they think about it. It's just, well, you know, there's rail there, so that's where I'm going to try to get to.
Right.
Where I think the best players understand, I may have that target, but I'm hitting hard enough that I'm going to go to the rail and back.
Off the rail.
Right.
Just come off the rail. I don't want to lay on the rail. Right.
OT! OT!
Okay.
Shoot the 5 ball.
He's on 2 again.
See, you've got a decent out, but look at the 7-10. So now I'm putting the cue ball on the right side of the 5 and coming straight up to the head rail and try to get him up against the 8. Or you can just shoot the ball this way and put him up against the 9. That's what he's going to do next. Put him against the 9. Either way.
That was my first thought.
I like more distance.
Yep. Now he likes your idea. Either that or he's still going to put him right up on the 9.
He's going to use these 2 balls to block the side kick. Or a side kick, make it harder. He's going to put him up against the 9. And he locked him right up against it, too.
Yeah, told him he's on 2 again.
Yep, and he's not hitting this ball.
Yeah, how would you hit this? I don't see a way to do it 3 rails.
It's a 3 rail. It's almost a 4 rail shot. He goes side rail, head rail, side rail about where the diamond is, catch the back rail, hit the 5. It's there. The line's there.
When you and I play scotch, I'll let you shoot that shot.
I didn't say I could execute it. I said that's all he has.
Yeah.
But he's going to shoot over a ball. Makes it prohibitive. You know, you can't do it really. But that's what lays there. That's all I see. I'm thinking he might be able to go. Yeah, I don't think he can go to the where the chalk is by the corner pocket on the left, and go 3 rails on this side of the side pocket. He went. No, those balls were in the way for that. I saw that, but I knew the balls were in the way. Yeah, he was in dead jail there. There was a very, very slim chance of making a good hit.
And it's so easy when you're playing that safety you're bearing down so much on where you want to get them that a lot of times you don't get there.
Well, you're second guessing a lot too.
Is there anything that's more mentally aggravating than getting 3 fouls?
I would say it's not mentally aggravating unless the fouls were such that you feel you could have made the hits and you didn't. But when you're locked up like that, how can that aggravate you?
Yeah, but you're not supposed to let it get to that point. When you're on one and your opponent plays you safe, you're supposed to leave that table where they don't have an easy.
Sure.
Even if you have to take a second foul.
Well, I'll give you an example. I got 3 fouled today. It's probably the 3rd time in my life I've been 3 fouled. The very first, my opening match, I got 3 fouled. I broke and scratched. The balls were all tied up. He had an easy safety, and then he played another safety. But the second safety that he played, I could have hit. I just hit it poorly. In fact, I think I could have hit both of them, but I hit them poorly. So does that aggravate me? A little bit, yes, because I feel that the shot was there. I just missed it badly.
Yeah, you allowed yourself to get 3 fouled because
Sure.
you didn't leave you in jail.
Did he do a good job? Not really. But he did the right things. He did it right and forced me to make the shot, come with a shot, and I didn't.
Yeah.
But right there, I mean, Manny just locked him up. Now, when they do that to you, I mean, that wouldn't frustrate me. In fact, I'd look at that and say, well, now I got to find a way to hit this. And if you don't, oh, well, that was good safety. Hats off to you. But yeah, you feel like they won a cheap game.
Kyle, we have a pool table ready for the bar, Kyle.
But it's not a cheap game. They earned it.
Manny's got to do something about his break.
Well, make a ball.
Yeah.
Well, he hasn't left too much. He's left the 1-6 combo. Hit his 10 ball.
Well, but you're supposed to make this 1-6 combo. If you're Jesse, you're supposed to make this ball.
Well, thank you.
And if you make it, I think you've got an easier shot on the 1.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sure. I'm playing the 10 ball here. The 1 ball's going to, if in order to play the 10 ball, the 1 ball's going to go to where the 8 is, and you've got a natural shot at the 10.
Yep, he's called it.
I'm not playing it with the 1, I'm playing it with the cue ball.
I think he's playing it with the 1. You're right, I don't like that as much.
No, I don't like that at all.
Nope. It's a good leave, though.
Pues sí, pero si no lo haces, el 1 le pega al 8. Ahí se queda. Pero está bien así. That's gonna shoot again. Too smart. Well, let's see if he can run out here.
2 to the 3 is tough. Are you 2 railing?
Actually, no. I'm coming straight down off the bottom, off the head rail to the left-hand corner. I'm going to the other side.
Okay.
I think the 3 ball goes in this corner.
Yeah, I think it does.
and the shot lays real nice for that. So I don't have to do anything fancy. You just come in to where the 8-ball is, right? Is that what he just measured?
Yeah, I don't.
He got there.
Okay.
He's happy with it.
And you're not going to have a problem holding this cue ball for the 4?
Yeah, he will. I won't. I'm going to go up and down for it.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to try to hold it up by itself. He doesn't either, see?
Wow, very nice.
Well, you nailed it. You say he plays one pocket on this table all the time. That's the shot you would play for one pocket for position.
2 rails in and out for the 6.
He's just following it.
Look out,
Oh,
7.
too much spin.
And again, as a 1-pocket player, he should make the 6. But then where's he going to get on the 7?
On the side here.
Got to hit it with the outside to come.
Yeah. Either he hits it with outside English, or he hits it with inside and goes 2 rails. Side rail, head rail, and over. He's using outside.
Yeah.
He's using right hand English to spin it in.
Hit the rail.
Right in the pocket. Ooh. Now see, these I like to play rail first, but this is top rail
You have
first.
to.
It's
No, you're going to
tough.
go top rail first?
Side rail first.
Okay, yeah. He's not going to like it. No. Well, actually, he may be all right.
I just cut it down the rail. I was going to bank it. Wow. Jesse better practice his down the rail shots. That's a good cut down the rail. And when you bank like that, who cares?
Good shot. He's on the right side here, just barely. Oh, he wasn't on the right side.
And see, this is tough.
Yeah, it is. And he's got to go up and back.
Yeah. He's going around.
Did he pull up off of that shot?
He's a 9-ball player. He's all 9-ball player. He uses draw. He wants to use draw for all these shots. That's one thing that one pocket teaches you, is how to use all your Englishes.
That's interesting. I never thought about it that way.
Well, 9-ball players are notorious for using a lot of draw and everything. They want to use draw for everything.
Right.
And they want to work the cue ball around like he just did with those short rails and stuff. Where a one-pocket player, he understands running up and down because he plays shape for that corner pocket, up and down. You go to the length of the table to play shape. A 9-ball player doesn't want to do that. He wants to go around the table.
Right. I know I struggle with the up and down because I never hit it straight. It's always got some kind of
Ignacio, we have a pool table ready for the
going to the
bar.
right or the left, and
Ignacio.
usually it's into a pocket.
Learn to cut balls down the rail. Put them about, an inch off the rail. Cut them down the rail with dead center English on your cue ball. So your cue ball holds the same line right where you hit the rail.
Okay.
And it just goes back and forth, like right on the line. And then you do the same thing lengthwise.
He made a ball.
And you don't have to spin it to the side. Spinning it to the side is what gets you in trouble. Four to 1, Manny Luevano over Jesse Johnson. Race to 8.
And Jesse's really struggling.
I've seen him play a lot better than this.
Yeah.
And part of the reason is he He knows the table. He knows it well.
Yeah.
And it's no knock on the table. Miss? Miss? Ma'am? Could I get a glass of water, please?
Yeah, sure. Do you want lemon?
Please.
Might have been a while since she's been called ma'am.
That's why I called her Miss.
It's better than hey you.
Oh, much. Or as some guys go, Miss.
Yeah. Seems like a good way to get smacked.
Oh, nowadays you can't. With the Me Too movement, you're dead.
Jesse's going to get tired of being played safe here
This is a
sometime.
two-rail kick to the head rail, side rail. Thank you. Ya me tomé mi cerveza. Just a straight cut down. See, right here, this is where that center English helps. See, he knows he's going straight across. There's no side English to force a scratch in the side. Oh, he's cutting it.
He's not going to make it inside.
He's not going to what?
He's not going to make the 3 in the side.
No.
3-6
I'm putting the 2 ball behind the 9 ball.
behind the 9 ball or behind the 10 ball?
Behind the 9 ball. I'm going to try to stun that. Well, he's going to go one rail and get behind. There you go. Same thing. Oh, different. I would have gone the other way. Behind the 9 ball.
Yeah.
It worked out. That's not how I was going to do it. I was just going to draw into it, right into it, and stop it there.
What time is it? I was like, well, we open at 10 if you need earlier. No, we went there. Trace is still in it?
Yeah. Playing Eric, yeah. I think that's a one-loss side match.
Yeah, Trace was the first one.
Okay, yeah.
James did, so I better not. All right, thanks.
Yep.
The money's all right for.
Oh, yeah.
Is he going home?
It's kind of early for him.
Well, he's left it in your hands.
Uh-oh, he's on 1. You know what happens after you're on 1.
I'm going to put him in the same place again. I'll put the cue ball over there on the next to the 8. Oh, there's the 3 balls next. Sorry. Oh, he's just going to run out. Good old-fashioned run out.
Yeah, the 9 goes from either side there.
Ignacio,
Yeah,
your
either
pool
side.
table is ready at the bar, Ignacio.
Came over a little far, but should still be okay.
He's okay. 6 balls laying in the jaws, so
Yeah, just has to make sure he doesn't get hooked on the 7. Or hooked by the 7.
four to 1. Wow. Are we an hour into the match?
What's that?
Are we an hour into the match?
Hour and 10 minutes. I thought he would come to the rail and back. There's a nice little shot.
Pretty tricky.
Again, coming from the 1 pocket again.
Yes. It just comes from not wanting to follow it straight in. Coming up off the rail.
Well, yeah, but how easy would that have been just to hit it with left and, float
He didn't
down?
have the angle for it.
Oh, okay.
He was really straight into that ball. And I don't know that he could cheat it too well. He'll come 2 rails here. Go this way. Come up by the side pocket probably. Oh, he wanted too much angle.
He didn't like he hit that with the extension. That might have helped or might have hurt him, but yeah, there was no reason for that. If I don't get out here as Jesse, I'm done.
You're in big trouble. Yeah. He's in trouble right here anyway. See, he's actually ended up a little bit funny. To go across is the shot that I would shoot because I wouldn't try to hold it on the same side. And he's perfect. Perfect. I thought maybe he was going to be too close to coming into the 10 ball.
If he'd have bumped that 10,
Yeah,
he'd
exactly.
have been in
That's why I
trouble.
said he might be a little bit funny here. That was very well done. And now look at what a difference this game is. Instead of 5-1, it's 4-2.
Right.
There's only 2 games down. Wow. Have you heard about the Flixbus?
The what?
Flixbus?
No.
There's a new bus, like Greyhound or whatever, in is it in Tucson? Is it in Phoenix too? I think it is. But there's a bus from Tucson to Vegas, Tucson to LA, and then from LA to San Francisco, and I think probably from Phoenix too. I'm not sure. And it's nonstop from Tucson. It's 8 hours and 15 minutes from Tucson to Vegas on the bus. It's a 6.5 hour drive anyway. I'm taking the bus Monday to go to Vegas and taking the bus back home for $22 round trip. They have internet on the bus. They have a bathroom on the bus. It's supposed to be, all top notch. You just sit there and go.
How are they able to do it at that cost?
Introductory, I guess.
Why is it called Flix?
I don't know. I've seen.
Okay.
I actually passed one of their buses coming here this morning because they have different buses leaving at different times, and I passed one of the buses. But it's new, and like I travel to San Francisco quite a bit from Tucson, and I don't mind driving. Well, being that there's a bus from Tucson to LA, and then one from LA to San Francisco, if I can check out what the timing is, I can make that trip for like $30. So if you travel by bus and you have a little bit of time, and I mean, it's only cost me an hour and 40 minutes, hour 45 minutes, because it's 6.5 hours to drive there from Tucson anyway.
And a lot less stress.
Exactly, and I'm just sitting down, working. I can be on my iPad working. I can, I can read your AZ Billiards.
There you go. I listen to a lot of podcasts, so that's what I'd be doing.
I actually did listen to some of your podcasts with Tony Chohan, a little bit of it anyway.
Yeah, it wasn't my favorite interview.
Well, I listened to another one too. I'm not sure which one it was. I had never listened to him before.
The one with Oscar I thought was better. I had a good one with Thomas Overbeck that'll be on in a couple of weeks. Do they need that music up that loud?
Saturday night.
I think they waited until Mike left.
Well, what about the karaoke? I guess they don't have the speakers on over there.
Missed the ball altogether. Did all that spin throw the ball to the left?
Don't know. I thought he could see the ball. Like maybe he was just trying to go rail first to run up here for position on the 6.
I think he was, yeah. Either that or just cut the ball in with so much inside.
I'm not sure if he could see the ball.
Oh, okay.
So Jesse wants to go 2 rails to this side over here, play the 6 ball in this right-hand corner. He wants to be on the left-hand side pocket when this is all said and done. Perfect.
Yeah, get that real good. That's what I'm talking about. Subconsciously, the rail is a target. That's not where he wanted to be.
No, he wants to be just off of it. Now see, here's that shot we just talked about. Down the rail, with center English to go back and forth on the same line.
And now is he going to hit it with outside to try to get on the other side of the 10?
I would just hit this with just natural center English, come over here and just bounce off the rail a little bit and go straight into the side.
Right, I'm just thinking
Oh,
where
for
he
him?
set as a 1 pocket or as a 9
He
ball
hit it
player.
perfect. He hit it perfect.
Okay.
Stayed on the line right where he hit it. So
This
you
would be
use dead
big
center.
for him. Back to 4-3.
Yep.
Is there somebody walking across the
should be
room
there.
wearing a cut?
What's that?
Looks like somebody wearing biker colors.
Yeah, he's wearing a vest.
Yeah, there's a sign out on the front window that says you can't wear them here.
Well, Mike's not here to enforce it.
Yeah. I like that he didn't fall into the 3-rail trap there.
Well, that 3-rail trap isn't a trap unless you have a bad angle. Yeah, it's 4-3 now.
Made that ball with authority. You know, you're in a room like this with this kind of a crowd and you think, man, I wish I owned a pool room. It's all the other days that you are glad you don't.
It's in the afternoon when there's nobody in here. We have 6 people in here and you have 4 employees.
Yeah. When I've been here in the afternoon.
What is this? Is it like 44,000 square feet? Or-
Oh, I believe it. This place is huge.
I forget what the square footage is.
Yeah, it's in their ad. Great ball. Oh. Where's the 210 gun looking?
Looks like it's lined up straight in the side block. Jess is looking it over real quick.
I don't think so.
Red Solo Cup, you're more than just classic. You're more than amazing. You're more than fantastic. And believe me that I'm not the least bit sarcastic. When I'm Red Solo Cup.
I didn't.
Oops. He was playing shape for it.
Red Solo Cup. I fill you up. Let's have a party. Let's have
It's a good 2-rail kick for him here. Side rail, head rail, 2 rails.
Still got to hit it real good to make the ball.
Oh, I understand. For a 3-cushion player, it shouldn't be a problem unless the 8-ball's in the way. Doesn't look like it is. But for a golf player, I mean, if that's a 3-hole and you got this kick shot, you're going to kick it in all day.
Yeah.
You're going to kick at it all day. Well, apparently the 8-ball's in the way. He's going to spin between short of the 2-ball. He's going to open it up quite a bit. Good try. Is he 2-railing this and putting the cue ball behind the 6? Yep.
Yep. He doesn't want to hit those, though. If they were wired up before, he didn't want to hit them. If I get ball in hand here, though, I'm going to think seriously about playing him another save.
I agree. least you can get out. The run out's not bad. The 3 to the 4 is the tough part. If you can handle that, it should be okay.
Nice hit.
This guy kicks pretty good.
Yeah, he does. I don't think you're going to 3-foul him anytime soon. Oops. I don't know what he was trying to do there, but
I'm not sure I couldn't figure it out. I thought he would just push the 1 past the 5 and bring the cue ball on top of the 5.
well, maybe it worked. Has he got an edge?
He's got an edge. He can see
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. I think he's got the full ball.
Three rails around and try to use the 8-2-10.
It was hard to come in. That ball on the rail, the 3 ball, might have been blocking it.
This rack's got a lot shorter to win.
The 510? Is that the
410.
410?
Yeah. You just got to get there.
Yeah, he doesn't like this shot because if he makes the ball, what's he do with it too?
Wow, he called. All right, I don't understand that.
He's playing safe actually.
Did he leave him a shot?
Looks like it looks like he did. Looks like he's straight in. Cut it on the right side, go 2 rails behind the 5. If he cuts it on the right side, the 1 ball hits the 7, 2 ball goes 2 rails with about where the chalk is, and I think the 5 comes into play. He's going to go this way behind the 5.
I'm not sure if he got there.
No, he didn't. He was trying to get right on top of that 5 ball.
Looks like he got him.
Looks that way. He's going to kick it. Oh, don't hang up this 10 ball. Well, they went to 410.
Now it's a whole different rack. Although, really, you were shooting to get shape on the 4. Now, once you get shape on the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is a breeze.
Opens up.
There shouldn't be any problem.
Yeah, the only problem here is that there's a 2 and the 2 to the 3. 3 to the 4 is pretty simple.
Yeah.
1 to the 2 is okay. This is just this, he doesn't want to really follow this. He wants to just stop it there if he can. If he goes over too far, he can get behind the 6. It's perfect.
Very nice. He could go up to the short rail if need be, but he shouldn't have to.
I think he draws the ball, comes straight across. now this got a little tough for him. He's too straight. Oh, the 5 ball's in the side. I'm sorry, I was thinking the 6 ball was next.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
He didn't need that. He just needed a soft, smooth stroke to make it, and then he has the 5.
no. Can he play that shot where he buries him behind the 6 and comes
Just stop this ball dead.
from this far away? Can you do that?
You can just stop it.
Okay.
I think he's using a little bit of draw. It might come off.
Yeah, I guess he can.
Pretty good shot.
Yeah, it was. He got better than I thought he could.
This is a 3-rail kick. Head rail, side rail. You got to hit about the middle diamond up here.
If he misses it, he's sold out the 410. He's sold out the 4.
Now this rack's completely different.
It's still pretty straightforward, though.
It is. You see, he wants to be as straight in on the 6 as he can get. Or just a little bit of angle to get off the rail, just a hair.
Yeah. I was going to say I even liked following it.
He did a little bit. He stunned it out. That's what rolling the ball will do to you sometimes. So I don't like to roll the ball.
I can't tell how far apart the cue ball and the 5 ball are, so I don't know what he's got a shot here. Even if he does, he's got to get back for the 6.
Yeah, he's got a shot to make it, but getting on that 6 is tough. He's trying to get behind the 8. Not only trying, he did.
That works.
Now see, this is an interesting shot. It's a 2-rail shot. Where is he?
Here.
Oh, okay. Here, here, here. He's got to kick into about the first diamond. Right
That's
there,
what
right
he's
where he's
looking
got
at.
to scoop.
Yeah.
That's it.
I think you two might be brothers with a different mother. You think pool an awful lot alike.
That's all that's all he's got. I don't see anything else. It's the most natural way to get there. The 7. He didn't miss it by much.
No? 7's not there. He hits
Yeah.
that.
That, or if he hits it an inch this side, or an inch,
Yeah.
inch and a half, he's there too.
He left a bit of an angle there.
He gave himself too much angle. He's gonna have to come over and back again. Oh, that went in. Wow.
Yeah, boy, he cinched that.
We're about to be tied.
So. Oh, and don't scratch, too. I don't know what he did there.
This is one heck of a shot. He punched it. He jabbed it. Oh, he's gonna cross rail it. Cross bank it.
As long as he doesn't hang it up in the jaws, he should have shape on the 10.
Yeah, if he cross banks it, he'll have shape on it. And if he doesn't, if he's playing the good speed, the cue ball, A ball should end up in the middle of the table with 2 rails.
Right. Just like that?
Just like that.
Now, does Jesse get frustrated and try to make the ball?
No, Jesse should cut it as thin as he can on the right side and come 2 rails up here. The 8 ball might travel maybe a diamond over. But just cut it thin and come up this way. Oh, he's banking. No, I like the other shot better.
Because this is a big rack for Jesse.
Yes. If he can tie him up here, it puts all the pressures on them.
Yeah. Especially considering it was 4-1 and Manny was about ready to go up 5-1.
And Manny will try to cut this in and go for it. He'll go up and down for shape. Up and down he goes. It's a big shot.
Well, it's about to be 4-4 now.
It is 4-4 now.
Yep.
Wow. From could have been 5-1 is now 4, tied at 4.
Yeah. It's all about momentum. And it's not about confidence at the table because while Jesse may be playing better than he was, he's certainly not playing his A game.
No, but the table's enabling them both.
Well, again, that tight table.
Right? And again, that's no cut to the table.
Right. Oh, I understand.
That's quite a break. And look at the 1 ball and the cue ball.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, if somebody can run a table, here's one that could be run.
This stool's falling apart.
We had these.
What are they?
Got a B12, B6 vitamin.
Oh, okay.
Arbok. It's like an energy fizz, energy stick, but with no caffeine.
I could try that sometime. Every time I look over at that other table, I see Eric Young making a 10 ball.
It's not good for Trace.
No. That's actually a real close match, Trace and Eric. Oh, thank you. I might need one before the night's out.
They actually work great. I love them. I just forget to bring them sometimes.
Where do you pick them up at?
It's Arbonne, so you know an Arbonne dealer. Or,
Oh, I'm sure I can find it online.
oh yeah.
I've been trying to drink more water. It's just so hard sometimes.
This helps.
Well, I'd sure like to see Manny take control of this rack and run out. You know, send that message back to Jesse. Look, you might have got back to even, but this is still my match to win. And not like that.
Too far. He had the wrong moves. They needed a lot of inside.
How often?
When it hits that second rail, it just dies.
Yeah. How often is, that's just being lazy on a shot. I mean, it was an easy shot. He just took it for granted and didn't do what he had to do.
He thought he could control it with speed and not English. I think. To him, maybe he's one of these guys that likes to spin a ball in with outside English instead of inside.
Okay.
Which is very, very logical. It's common. But I've seen him spin the ball with inside. He could go down a game here real quick.
He didn't necessarily hang it up, but I don't think it's on the rail.
Come on, this ball cuts. He's cutting it.
Oh. Is he going to get on the 10?
No.
Nope, went right past it. He wouldn't have liked it if he'd have made the 4.
He wouldn't have been there if he'd have made the 4.
Well, he wasn't that far off from making it.
Yeah, he's perfect. Now see here, I think no. Actually, I would try to avoid the. I'd avoid the 5 ball. He's gonna go ahead and bump the 6 ball.
Is he going to bump it or draw between the 6-7?
That's what I think he will do is draw between the 6-7.
Oh, you're right.
Bump it.
When you play that good. You get on the 8 here, I think you're golden.
It's a little tricky to get on the 8 there. He wants to be on this side of the table.
Yeah, I was just thinking I might draw it all the way over to the rail. I don't know that I don't want to just leave it like that.
Well, if he goes by the 10 on the bottom side, he's going right at the side pocket, so he's got to be real careful. If he comes up here, like right there, see, he's going right at the side pocket. I'm uncomfortable with that.
Yeah.
He's not. He was okay with it.
Well, again, he's a one-pocket player.
Eric, is it the line,
I find
Eric?
the players scratching the side quite a bit.
Do they? Okay.
I don't know. I just.
Well, he shouldn't scratch in the side if he's can just come straight across like you were talking about.
Well, if he comes straight across this way on the top here, he's too far away from the 8. He doesn't want that. He wants to get close to the 8. This will go back and forth.
Hey, he missed it.
This is right in, so we can reach this, right?
Yep.
Put 2 rails to the middle of the table, and he's perfect.
He's smiling about it, but
He's laughing at himself is what he's doing.
apparently there's no place else in the whole building standing tall.
I think they're trying to get your attention.
Giving me a headache. This music's doing it too.
Wow.
He jumped up on the ball.
Yes, he did. In fact, I was about to tell you, did you see him raise up?
Yeah, he was down on the
Before
ball
he
for
delivered
20
the stroke?
seconds and then he jumped up. Yes. Yeah.
Don't hit it. Oh, wow. If he hits it, he's not happy.
Well, they're not exactly playing their A games.
What do we have left?
Eric, your food is ready in the bar. Eric, and bring some friends. We got a lot of food here.
So we get one more match after this, probably.
There's going to want to be Brad's behind a match with Rob James. When that one finishes, they play the next one, and the next one has one more match. So they have two matches.
How many are you bringing back?
Eight on the right side and 4 on the left. Because the losers on the right side are already in the money. It doesn't make any sense to play that match.
So you're going to play to here.
I'm going to play to have 4 players on the left side. Yes. I've got to play this match to get to here. I'm going to play to here.
Yeah, so you're going to play that.
I got 1 round behind. So I have 2 rounds to go with that match. Otherwise, these guys, when they finish, they'll just finish this one match. I basically have 5 matches to play.
Eric, your food is ready at the front bar. Eric.
Torian
6, excuse me, I've got 6 to play.
That's a good break by Jesse. But no ball on the break. Not much of a shot on the one unless he banks it.
Alright, so one more. That's not bad. Okay, so we got one more match after this and we'll be done for the night. You might get out of here before 12 anyway.
Oh, I'm out of here after this match. I'm driving home.
You know, I'm not sure one energy fizz
It wasn't in my contract to do that many matches this night.
All right.
Oh, that's reward. He's over a ball.
Yeah.
Actually, I think he's okay.
Playing safe or you banking the 2?
I'm playing safe. I'm going to try to play safe right behind right where my cue stick is right now.
I think he left him a shot. He's not really worried about it though, looking at the 7-3.
There is no shot.
Matches and I just had to mark it on the board. It is more properly in our software.
Oh, okay.
So as soon as that match, everybody has one more match to play after this round.
Okay.
That energy shot was so I can drive home.
I had a hard time sleeping last night, so I'm running on fumes.
One match behind before we made it up. That's where I was thinking we were one match behind.
I wouldn't mind being home at a decent hour and getting some sleep tonight. There's a nice shot.
Sure is.
Can he hit on this side of the 6 ball and still hit the 2? Got to hit that with an awful lot.
I don't think so. He's one of those lockups again.
And Manny's got to be getting frustrated. He has to feel that he's playing better than Jesse.
But he's leaving him out in the last 2 balls. He did it last game.
Oh, I glanced over at the other table. Eric's not on the 10 ball, he's on the 9 ball.
probably going to have the same result. No, he missed the 9-ball badly. Wow.
Nobody's going to like the leave, I think. No, maybe not. It's not going to get to the rail.
If Fluke's winning his match over there, if he wins, then he'll play the winner of Trace and Eric, which means that'll be a nice match to finish with.
Yeah.
The other ones are all upside over a little bit. That looks like if he wins. He was ahead. I think it was 6-2 or something like that last time. 6-3 last time I looked. It's a 96 race.
Okay. Eric, I think, is running over Trace. I think Eric's running over Trace.
Yeah, looks like he won.
Okay. All right, so Chuck says we may get Chris Lulick versus Eric Young here. He said Chris is ahead of Brian Long over there. I mean, that's going to be a good match. You're not going to want to miss that.
I lost to Brian Long. What do you think?
Well, you're not going to get to see Brian Long if Chris wins. And you know, I know you're on the bike today. You're not going to want to watch it on a bike.
I'm not on the bike.
You're not helping
on
my
the bike.
cause at all.
Oh, you thought I was...
I thought you rode the bike up.
Oh,
and
no.
I was trying to tell you weren't going to watch the stream on the bike.
With this weather that we're having during monsoon season, I'm not riding the motorcycle.
It's been brutal.
That combined with the fact that I'm still kind of like...
Yeah?
And when I break the balls real hard, I still get a little discomfort. And if I'm out here like this all the time...
How's your better half's bicycling going?
Real well. Yeah, she's getting ready to do a triathlon here. Is it September or October?
Wow. I'm betting she's not doing it in Tucson.
In Tucson. They're crazy.
A triathlon in September in Tucson.
It's a sprint triathlon. They're not doing the whole thing. It's a sprint. September or October? It might be October.
October would be a little better. Looked like he twisted his cue there. Jesse's still got a lot of work to do to get on this.
They both do.
Yeah. We're at that point towards the middle of the match where
He's going to get right behind this four ball. Oh, he's all right.
well, maybe he can clear the 9. He's going to like the lead.
He was playing
maybe
safe
not.
behind that 7. There's 2-way there. Oh, you can see it.
Yeah.
Just a cut shot. If he makes it, he likes it.
Got to be a little careful to not run too far past it.
Boy, this place is hopping.
Nice shot. Uh-oh.
Corner pocket.
Yeah. Nice shot. he didn't look comfortable hitting that ball.
He's popping up quite a bit.
Stayed down on that one. He stayed down on it, but
Spun it right away. Spun it out. Wow.
he's scratching his head.
You know, you keep leaving your opponent just 2 and 3 ball outs.
Didn't you mention that a rack ago?
Does he play shape for the side pocket or the corner? He's going
I
to go
think he
3
plays
rails
for the side.
He's playing for the corner.
Boy, I just... Made it. Very nice.
And shape. And now he's 2 games up after being down 4-1.
Yeah.
And on the, what was it, 1 ball or 2 balls away from going 5-1?
Yeah. That ball thought about staying up. Six, 4. And Manny was just running away with it.
Well, he's still been in control of everything except the last 3 balls.
Yeah, left him a 4 ball out
Yeah.
there.
He's controlled it the whole way. It just doesn't execute the last 2 or 3 balls. That time it was 4.
So Chuck says he's bringing back 8 on the winner's side and 4 on the loser's side. So the winner's side tomorrow is Peter Horton, who I'm not familiar with, and James Stacy, who I'm not familiar with. James
either
Stacy
one.
is a 381 Fargo. Fernando Diaz and Mitch Ellerman. Junior Flores and Rick Schmitz, still on the winner's side. Adam Kroll and Mickey Provenzio.
All on the winner's side?
Yeah.
Well, you play this 1 ball in the corner. Come out to where the, what is it, that the 5 ball? Where the 5 ball is for position on the 2. Jesse's leading 6-4. Wow. Played safe.
Yeah.
Take that,
Played
man.
good
He says,
safe.
yeah,
Yeah.
good safety there. See, I didn't even see the safety. I was thinking about going for it.
Well, neither one of them has ran 10 balls. I mean,
Well,
neither one of them's run a rack.
It's probably the difference between them and me is I try to gear myself and get in stroke by running balls. Although the safeties play well, but let's just say he makes that ball in the corner and the cue ball comes over where the 5 is because that's the natural path. You're straight in on the deuce, the 3, the 4's right there. It's a real easy out. But so is this.
You know, honestly, Mitch, I don't think Mitch put a 2-pack on Torrey.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he broke and ran 1 rack, I think, twice, and not in a row. Jesse's saying, I remember what you did to me.
Paybacks. And this guy kicks a little bit better than Jesse does.
Yeah, he kicks him in.
Well, I shouldn't say this guy. Manny kicks a little bit.
Yeah.
I apologize for that.
Does he make the 2 on the side and just settle for it?
I don't think so. He's not even. He's playing safe all the way. He's playing safe all the way. And again, it's a pretty good safety.
Yeah. He's going to have to spin the heck out of it to come to the right-hand
Yep.
side.
It's a 2-rail kick, hit by the side pocket, down to the first diamond and over. Just because it looks like it lays easy doesn't mean that it is.
Well, that's usually the case.
Pretty close, tough shot.
And he's on 1. Maybe that's a good strategy for Manny. If you can't run up the rack out past like the 8-ball, then just 3-foul him each time.
I don't think he's going for a 3-foul. I think he's going for the run out. What he's doing is he's maintaining control and frustrating his opponent.
Yeah, but then you have to finish the deal.
Well, he's not doing that very well.
He's going to be straight on this 3-ball.
He has it for 5 games.
Now.
Jesse hasn't had to run. The most he's run was that last rack at 4 balls. And 2 of them were in front of pockets.
I'm not sure how in love he is with going from the 3 to the 4 here.
This is not pretty. He's okay. He's got a little bit. The cue ball's frozen on the rail. He can go to the rail and come straight across, play the 4 down on the lower left-hand pocket. Just like that. You got perfect.
Okay.
You got perfect. Now he just follows this up. And you might be able to park it on the bottom side of the 6 and still have a shot on the 5 and go 2-way in case he misses it. But you shouldn't miss this
Yeah,
one.
you don't even want to think about missing it.
Yeah, you shouldn't miss this one. But why that long bridge? Why isn't that hand on the other side of the 7?
It hit the rail going in.
It did.
Good shot.
Is it going to hit it? No, it's perfect. Wow.
Now, if I put this into a bottle of water and close it tight and shake it, it says fizz.
No, it won't
It's going to
fizz
blow
much.
up in my
I
hand.
put it in a half a bottle of water.
In a half a bottle?
Yeah.
Boy, that's an awful lot for a half a bottle.
I think it says like 6 ounces or 4 ounces. I usually don't put it into a full glass. I usually wait till it's like half because you want it stronger. You want it diluted that much.
I want it just to see carton for directions.
I don't have the carton.
How do I know what to do?
Is that your water right there?
No.
Yeah, you can put it into a bottle of water
Okay.
and shake it up. Let it sit for a while and open it very carefully. Or you could pour it into a glass like I
Well, I saw that, yeah, but it looked like you had more than 6 ounces in it.
It did. It had quite a bit. like I said, I normally don't do it with that much water, but I need the water too, so.
He looked a little awkward making that.
It's just to make, and his position's going to be right on the line. It's going to be perfect. Just has to make it. But this is what he's been hanging out.
He stood up a little bit.
This is kind of funny.
Yeah, he's drawn across the 10.
Yeah, exactly.
He hit it good. You might not get out of here before midnight after all.
I don't even want to ask what time it is.
It's
I'm gonna
only
be sick of it.
8:45.
Oh, okay. All right.
Of course, it's 6:05.
This match has been going for how long now?
2 hours.
Oh, it's right there. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. And it's 6-5?
Yeah. It's just like doing one of the U.S. Open 10-ball matches, right?
I don't think we had any matches that went 2 hours. They were scheduled for 2 hours. Most of them went about hour 15.
And they were racing to
9?
9? Okay.
9 or 8. I think it was 9. Was it?
Have to be 9. Well, alternating break. That kind of evens things out.
I think the 8 ball was 8. The 10 ball was 9. Isn't it funny? I don't remember what they were racing to.
Well, I mean, it's not really a detail that you would need to remember.
Goes dry.
He left him.
6-5.
I think he left him all over one.
I'll try to count how many innings they go this game.
Okay.
They've been going like 6-7 innings a game. Easy.
Yeah. Of course, Jesse will probably run this out now. Well, okay, maybe not.
If you you might be able to jump to 3, and does the 7 ball line up? I think
You know
the 6
what?
ball blocks it. No, it's lined up.
He's going to run this out just to prove you wrong.
So I don't have to count more than 1 inning.
He says, all right, smart Alec.
I wasn't being smart, Alec. I just wondered out of curiosity how many innings these games have been taking. Well,
Okay.
so much for the run out.
All right.
He's going to get safe, though.
Okay. So we're at 1 inning now.
Yep, that's 1. And now here's where it starts. All the, he can't go to the side rail because he scratches off the deuce. So he's got to go head rail or foot rail and then past the 6. He is going to the side rail. Okay. Chances of scratching?
Yeah.
High. Chances of making the 10 ball? Higher.
1.5.
And Jesse has the option of giving this back to him.
But he won't.
Of course not.
Manny hasn't shown he can run 9 balls, so I might consider giving it back to him.
As soon as you do that, they prove you wrong.
Yeah, we've all had that happen. Look out.
That's okay. Long straight in shot. If it just stops it, he's got a shot on the 5. I remember having a shot like this today. Didn't execute.
It didn't go well.
Didn't go well.
I want to know what's taken this Jesse so long to get to the table. She win? Ooh, Brian Long came back and beat Chris. And Chris was not happy about it. Okay. Now we're at 2.
Now we're at 2 innings. These balls are landing pretty good though. It makes this ball it's in pretty good shape. He's coming up just before he delivers a stroke. He's raising his head. Everything moves.
And he left Jesse a straight in 5. We know the ball goes by.
In fact, if you watch Manny's head when he's stroking the ball, when he raises and then he strokes the cue ball through.
Bill Vanderweiss does the same thing.
So does Pete Latka.
Pete's been doing it long enough that he can make it work.
Exactly. It works for Pete though. In fact, if you watch Pete's head, you don't think he ever makes the ball. And we know he's a real steady, good player.
Oh yeah. I'm watching the delay over here to see it. Yeah, he leans up just a
Yeah,
little
he leans
bit.
up just before he delivers.
Well, we're about to be at 3.
Where do you bank this? To the side or to the corner?
No, he's. Oh, okay. All right. I'm banking it in the corner.
I'm playing safe behind the 9.
Let's see, it was a trick question.
Yeah, it was.
Look at this.
This puts him on the hill if he gets out here.
Yeah. And we've got both of our competitors for the next match. You're looking forward to that one.
Of course. I'll watch it on my phone on the way down.
You got to catch your bus.
Yeah, I gotta catch my bus.
So if you agree, have a drink with me, raise your glasses for toast to a little bit of chicken pie.
And he's on the hill.
There you go. 3. What? Oh, Manny was trying to give it to him. Manny thought it was over.
Casey has won has won 6 games to Manny's 1.
Yeah.
They were 4-1. What was that? A 4-ball run or a 3-ball run?
I think it might have been 4. But it only ran 3 innings. I had it right. They didn't.
When they shook hands, I was wondering what the hell it was.
Manny thought he wanted it to 7.
Oh, I thought it was over. Okay.
Yeah, he thought it was over and Jesse told him no. Chuck. I was going to tell him they doubled up and started over.
Trying to give him a heart attack.
Yeah.
Ball. Let's call him the 9-ball.
You got to be careful about where 2-ball ends up here.
You don't want it to end up behind the 3. The softer you hit it, the higher the chances of missing it are. There you go.
Hit it way too hard.
It's calling a 3-ball in the side pocket, folks.
That's a heck of a call.
And look where the 3-ball parks itself, right in front of the pocket. There's 2-ball, 3-ball, and let's see if Manny can get out here.
Yeah. 2 goes by the 7, but I don't think he has a whole pocket. Almost.
He's good.
He had the pocket. I was afraid he was going to talk himself out of it and miss it to the left.
Well, that's where you want to miss it if you do miss it, is to the left. Although the way he missed it was nothing safe.
He got separation, but I don't think it's going to help him.
I don't know, this is what he's been having trouble with. Watch his head. It'll tell you everything.
Anderson, your food is ready to the bar. Anderson?
See
He
how
didn't do it
came
as
up?
bad there, but he
He
still
came up.
did it. Yeah.
He still did it.
You think that's more common than we think it is? There's a good question. That was worded real well. How common do you think that is?
When somebody's out of stroke and missing, rather common. When they're playing well, not very common. When there's that much movement prior to delivery, you're going to have problems. And it doesn't feel like it, but you know that there's problems.
He left him the 2-ball, but I don't know that he wants to shoot it.
He's going to play safe behind the 6. Oh no, he's calling me. He wants to run out. If they keep playing this music, I might stay.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
I haven't heard this for a long time.
I think he made it.
Yes, he did.
They were just saving their A game for the
Last
end.
couple games?
Yeah.
I guess Manny wanted a challenge. He didn't want 5-1. He wanted to beat down, huh?
Yeah,
He
yeah.
wanted to have his man on the hill and back to the wall.
It's better for the story that way.
perfect here. Just wants to come up. You don't want to come way up there. Shoot this ball, and you come to the left of the 8-ball.
So you're just making sure you clear the 8 with the cue ball.
That's it. That's all I'm going to do. It's a natural. It lays natural too. I don't have to do anything else, but make the ball with a little bit of center English.
He's asking a lot of himself here. He's trying to get on the left-hand side of the 5. Oh, he's going to the side.
No, I'm playing to the corner, not the side.
Coming across the 5.
He's going to come into the 10. Oh no, he's just coming over there. Wow, it's a good shot.
He hit that good, yeah.
Now, how do you get on the 6-ball without going into the 8 or the 10? I think
You have to aim for the 10.
Yeah, you have to aim for the 10. Wow, it's a bad angle.
Yeah, he did so much to avoid the 10. He'd have been better off if he'd have hit the 10. Bad things could happen here.
Yeah, like getting right on top of the 7. Came right up again.
Did he?
Right up.
If Jesse can make the 6, he could be out.
I'm not sure you can get shape on the 7 unless it draws it.
I'm not drawing. I'm following to the rail and back. Well, he's drawn. He must be straight in. Yeah, I'm making the 6 in the side, following to the long rail and back.
Looks straighter to me. See, he was pretty straight.
He missed that bad.
But he left it well.
Yeah,
Easy to make the 6, but want to get shape on the 7?
with the kind of stroke he's got to put on it, I don't like his chances. Not with as bad as he's jumping up.
If you, wow. I'm not sure Manny can do anything about this.
Can he bank it cross corner?
I think it's got a kiss both ways.
Deanna to the front bar, and please explain what your drink is. Deanna to the front bar.
There's a new one.
Explain what your drink is.
Yeah. He might have left him the 6.
After seeing his reaction, maybe.
Well, maybe not.
Nope. He's jumping.
Well, it's a lot harder to make sure you don't scratch if you're jumping. Hill. Because Manny's going to win this, and then he's going to... All right, he'll break and run the next one. You're drawing this? Draw it 2 rails?
I'm not going to the left side. I'm going 2 rails up here.
Yeah.
Up to the shoot the 8 ball in the left-hand side pocket. Oh, he just drew it. Okay.
still didn't look very comfortable with it.
He does not want to, he's drawing the ball. I was going to say, he does not want to hit the 10 ball with the cue ball.
He almost looks like he's trying to look over a dashboard or something, and
Well, it's funny, but if you watch his chin is right on top of the cue. It's like he has to move his head so the cue will go by without hitting his chin. See how he raises his head just enough? And his chin is right down on top of the cue. This game could take 2 hours and 45 minutes.
oh yeah. Well, if it goes hill, they're both going to tighten up.
Especially if they don't break wide open. What would have sped this up is the last few games they've broken the balls wide open.
Yeah.
Well, nothing on the break.
Yeah, so he doesn't mind. He just didn't leave a one ball.
I'm just going to bank the one ball up by the 10.
You would have been playing Eric and Brian because Brian was going to be in that. We've got the winner of this week playing Kurt Siemens. We've got Brad Johnson playing Bernie Stoll.
Brad's what?
Super slow. He said he was nervous.
If that's the case, then I don't want to go on the street.
Then the winner of this is going to stay on the street. That's why I was asking. Okay? It's the only match I had left. It's the last match of the day.
Okay.
I just didn't want to put the 9-6 up there.
What's the race going to be? The winner's plays Kurt, so that's going to be a straight line 8.
7-7 or 8. Depending on who wins.
And this play Schaefer a 3-5 combo.
Well, they started the Brian Long, Eric Young match, so we're going to get the winner of this versus Kurt Siebels. Notice how I said we.
I don't even know what to do here. I don't think that ball banks past the 5.
Would you think about trying to aim at the 9 ball with the cue ball?
I like what he did here. He's going to give up no shot. I didn't think he could do that because of where the 7 ball was, but he pissed off a bit. It's a good call by Manny. He's going to hit the bottom rail, come over and try to bank the 2 ball in the side pocket. No rail.
Yeah, I don't think you got a rail.
But you didn't see it. There's no referee, so.
No. That one wiggled on the way down. Got a chance to see it here. No.
No rail. Well, Saguaro cut. Manny got out here.
Supposed to. Yeah, the eight's not any part of this shot. He's still got to move his cue ball around quite a bit.
He's got to get down for the 4 and come back up for the 5. But anywhere by his hand will work. Anywhere over by the 7 ball will work too.
He doesn't seem to like any part of this.
Just got to bring it straight back and then go 3 rails with the cue ball off the 4.
I didn't see him making it off the 5. I think he did that intentionally.
I don't know. I don't think so. He's got to contend with the side pocket here. He could if he's going to draw this ball, try to get. Oh, he's going to go on that side. Okay, he's going 3 rails that way. I actually like drawing this ball with right low English, coming up by the 9 ball, but the side pocket, is dangerous. So he's going 3 rails. He's going to follow the ball 3 rails. Try to come up by the 7 for the 5. He's right behind the 8. Perfect speed.
Look at 8 ball.
Oh, wow. I thought he was right behind it.
10 ball doesn't come into play here, does it?
Not if he draws it. If he uses, like, straight, high English, high left.
He runs into the 10.
It looks like he does, yeah. Yeah, he's drawing the ball. He has to. He put a little low on it. Might hit the 8. No, I think he stays on the left side of the 8. He's got to make the ball though. He did. Perfect.
Doesn't want to be straight in. Yeah, he's all right. No, he's not straight in.
He's got a nice angle to come up for the 7. This may be the most balls he's run the whole match.
Well, yeah, but this is his trouble area.
Yeah, this is where he hasn't been closing.
Stop. If he stops it, I think he can make the 8 run to the rail and back.
He's going to want to draw it back a little bit because he'd like to be on the low side of the side pocket to follow the cue ball to the high side of the left side pocket for the 9. He wants to be on the low side of the table.
When he makes the 9, so he draws to the 10?
When he plays position for the 9. So he can draw to the 10, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. He's in trouble here.
He's still not jumping up. He's leaning up, but he's not doing it as badly as he was.
This shot should be played to the corner.
Yeah, because that would get him where he needs to be.
That's where he wants to be.
Now he's got to stroke the ball. You just know that if you stroke this and miss it, you don't come back to the table.
That's right.
It doesn't matter how you miss it, you just know that Jesse's going to run out.
He knows he's got to come back at least past the side. Even if he comes back past the side pocket, he's got a tough shot. He wants the cue ball where it is now. At worst is where he wants it now. So that's a 3-foot draw into a tight pocket straight in down the rail.
That pocket does seem to be especially tight. He missed that by a mile.
Yep. But he's left his cue ball on the rail and almost straight in on the 9 ball. Jesse has no chance of getting position here unless he banks it in the left-hand corner pocket. Oof. And actually obviously it's the shot. It's a shot to win in the match. I would bank this cross corner.
Yeah, well, you know Manny would.
Problem is, he might get a kiss. In fact, it's kind of likely he gets a kiss. He can spin out of it. Still a low percentage shot.
Well, like you say, if you're going to miss it, oh, what's he doing?
Playing safe all the way.
Not a very good one.
No. You want to bank that at worst 2 rails.
Yeah. I don't know why you get that so soft.
Manny just has to make this and you have shape. Either way he goes, either corner. The position is natural.
Inch and a half this way, he scratches.
I think his heart exploded in his ears. Are we hill?
We are hill.
How many innings this game?
Well, that one that we were going to count went 3. I'm willing to bet this one goes at least 5.
That's a pretty good bet. I don't like that. That's about where I would put it. I'll wait to give you my prediction after the break.
And you know, so many times at Hill, they take something off the break because they're afraid they're going to do something goofy. And then it leaves clusters everywhere.
I'm just the opposite. I blow into it and I end up mishitting it or scratching on the brake because I tried to give it too much.
I think this is the 5th break that we've taken.
I think they only took 1 break. Just remember when Jesse waited for Manny to come back?
I think that's happened twice.
I think it only happened once. I don't know. I don't even remember it once.
That looks comfortable.
For who?
Not for me. Well, you're the one who racked them. They should all be touching.
Well, you know, there might have been an earthquake when you walked away.
Well, with this weather, you never know. Oh, that's nice. Just as you're getting down to break, somebody does that.
Well, he made a ball on the break, right in the side pocket. Made another ball on the break. Oh,
Can't
no,
see
he
the
didn't
one.
pick it up. Can't see the one, but he can jump it. I think if I had this, I would jump the ball and play the one.
2
Where are you
7s
going to
easy.
push to? Yeah, where are you going to push to? There's no push, really, unless you push to the corner pocket.
Yeah. You just knew he wasn't going to get right up and jump that quick.
No. Listen to push. I want to see where he pushes to.
Push over by the 3 and just
Push
see
over
it.
to the 10 maybe, where the 10 is and hide half the ball.
Just challenge Jesse and see how comfortable he feels.
I'll let them straight in.
I don't
take
like this
this.
shot one bit.
If that 2-7 is lined up, I'd take this shot. If it's not, I'd give it back.
It looks lined up. How'd he hit it?
That's a hell of a stroke.
Wow. Leave me that shot again.
That was a hell of a shot.
And then he does this.
He's okay. The corner's going to help him out. Sometimes things just go your way.
You still got to worry about.
This is natural. If he just makes this, he'll be perfect on the 5.
Just don't overrun it.
Oh, he
didn't like
play
it.
Didn't even play it.
All right, we're on inning 2.
Jesse made a great shot on that one ball.
Yeah, he did. He deserved a lot better than he got on the 2-7. You know, when he made the 2-7.
I thought he had a good shot on the deuce. Make it and get checked on the 5. It's a nice shot by Manny.
Yeah. You think Jesse's beating himself up still for that 2-7?
Maybe.
You got to get a pretty big roll here to hit this 2 and leave him safe.
He's got to make a pretty good shot to make a good hit and not sell out. Well, that's just what you said, isn't it?
Yeah.
But different.
It's late. That could have been a lot worse.
He did that real well. It's interesting to go ahead and cut it as thin as I can with inside English and spin the cue ball back by where the 8 is and leave the 2 ball right there by the 6. Was he going to try to 2-rail it and stop the cue ball?
If he goes into the 2 directly, can he... Oh, he's calling the bank.
So he's going 2 rails and he's trying to stop the cue ball right there. The bank was the backup.
Okay.
I think it was all in speed to get back.
And he still, I don't think, hit it with the speed he wanted to.
No, he wanted to hit it harder.
Yeah, he left him. I think he left the 2.
Yes, he did. Sure did.
You got to hit this good to get back on the 5, though.
You got to hit it real good to get back on the 5. He hit it too good. He's perfect.
I think he hit it real good.
He's perfect. Now you follow those 2 rails.
He's not happy with
Too
it.
straight. Yeah.
He's got to punch it in.
That's a follow shot, I think.
I don't pick up.
Jesse's just having way too much fun here.
He played the right shot, just didn't make the ball.
Does the 8 go on the side?
I can't tell from here. It looks like it's too far out. Oh yeah, it does. Sorry.
Okay. Well, then this is the ball.
All we have to do is make this. go from the 9 to the 10?
Well, if you get on the 9, you're, by God, better get on the 10.
Better make the 6 first.
You get on that 9 and don't get on the 10, they will take your 9 card. You just got to make sure you're not straight in.
Well,
Are you following the 8 to get on the other side of the 9? Following it with inside?
I'm going to go ahead and follow it and come straight across. Probably a little high. He's going to try to get there. I wouldn't. I would go ahead and just try to get right where he just pointed. Right off to the side there. Anywhere right there on the side. A foot away from the rail. Right there, that's perfect.
I know that I would do something stupid and draw this ball.
I would draw this ball 2 rails.
Okay. I might even aim for 3
You
rails.
probably want to hit where about 1 diamond out of the corner pocket. That's not going to work.
Oh, it might.
Oh my! Oh my! From a 4-1 lead to a hill game.
All right, 8-7 Manny Luevano. We'll be right back with Manny versus Kurt Siebel here in just a moment.